A little bit of lane splitting action. Just being a bit careful because, oh, there they are. Two police went past me on bikes. I saw them as I'm still lane splitting. Oh, there's a crap load of police. Probably doing an operation on, I don't know, looks like they're just having a party. The annual police luncheon. Well, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. A little bit belated from me. My last video upload was Christmas Eve. And now there's this one. And the gap in between is because it was Christmas, of which I spent time with family. So today I'm off to my motorcycle dealer just to get a firmware update. Hopefully it fixes my little bit of speedo error. I'm not really even sure what else it updates, but if it's newer it's better, isn't it? Surely, maybe. This ding dong is annoying me. I have to unplug my charger. One of my connections is loose, I don't know why. Yeah, so I have a little app called GPS Test, and oh, that bloody... So it picks up all of your satellites, tells you the quality of their signal, and then our GPS is up and running. So I can click on the speedo, and that'll give me the speedo at the top of the menu. And I'm going to unplug this power socket because my little I think this is the problem here. This is actually rusty, see that? And I think it's the connection's actually quite poor, so I'll get it home and I'll give it a clean up and see if it's interesting. So 110 is 122 on the speedo. That is definitely still a 10% out. So I'm pretty convinced this firmware update didn't do anything with the speedo. It does feel a little smoother at 80 kilometers an hour in top gear. It was always a little bit chug, but that does feel smoother, which is interesting. Apparently my DRL light toggle option is fixed. We'll see. Ah, put it in gear. There's 80 and it's 89 on the speedo, so most definitely not fixed. I wanted it fixed. Why did I want the speedo fixed? Well, because it affects more than the speedo. It affects your fuel consumption reading, your fuel range reading. All your trip meters are basically wrong. If you've got a long trip and you go, oh well look, I get 500 kilometers out of a tank, and so you look at a map and you go, oh look at that, it's 480 kilometers between towns, I'll make that with 20 kilometers to spare. And then off you go, and guess what, at 450 kilometers you run out of fuel. Your trip meter says you've done 500, but in fact you've only done 450. Because even though speedos might be allowed to be 10% out, the road signs that say how far to the next town are generally not 10% out. So that's why it should be fixed, especially on this type of bike. Okay, so what's going to be new in 2014? Well, I think with as with most motovloggers that are sort of right into it, try a little harder, a little bit more editing, a few more angles, a bit more flair. I think that should be fun. But yeah, definitely a couple of big trips coming up. I got Tasmania in February, I have a trip up to the Queensland New South Wales border in March. Then I want to get out to the Little Desert to have a bit of a play in sand, so maybe that'll be in April or May. Well, it's still, you know, warm, but not too hot. Maybe May, June, probably May. So quite a few big trips coming up, as well as all the little rides. Osmotica's pretty keen to get onto a bit more. Who's that? A Triumph. Onto, you know, angles and zooming in and out and blurring and manual focusing. And yeah, that's cool. Hopefully I can steal a bit of that footage. Yeah, I think it'll be fantastic. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this year as far as motovlogging goes. There's quite a few people that I'm following that have been in it for around the year, and I'll be interested to see what happens. So good on everyone. Again, Happy New Year. Let's all cheer for a cheer. How's he doing? For a 2014. Cool. See you guys later. Now, what was I saying? Yeah, so a little while ago I had a bit of a competition, which was not really a competition. It was more like a suggestion. Please suggest someone I can give my $100 of YouTube money to. And there was a few names suggested, and I went and watched, you know, most of their videos, and there's a few good ones in there that I hadn't seen, a few that I had seen. And anyway, one of the suggestions actually started by Yama Joe, saying, hey, how about Mr. Darfactor, because he's always giving away his time and he's always giving to people. Maybe someone should give something to him, and I decided to do that. So Mr. Darfactor has a gift arriving in the mail. Hopefully has some fun with it, and yeah, congratulations to you.